Hi, I'm Amy Klitzner, and welcome to my shop for opal jewelry on Etsy. In this video, I'm going to show you a collection of pendants that I made with opals and other gemstones that all have a similarity in that they are this rough, organic style metal work. I'm going to pick up each one of these pendants in a minute and show you them individually and tell you about them. And they are also listed in my opal necklaces section of my shop, where you can see an entire video just on the particular necklace. But this is an overview, and I'd like to show you different pieces and talk about them. So if you like the style of this type of jewelry, I thought you might like to see the whole collection. This one is this beautiful statement piece with these amazing, huge, natural Ethiopian opals. These are rough Ethiopian opal, and this is how they are mined. This is how you would find Ethiopian opal in the ground. And I really love the rough opal. I think it's just so interesting in the rough state. And as you can see, as I move it around in the light, you can see different colors, which is the nature of opal. And Ethiopian opal was only discovered in 2008, so it's a relatively new opal on the market. And I love Ethiopian opal. It is incredibly gorgeous, and it is a little more stable and sturdier than some Australian white opal. And it's just one of my favorite opals right now to do rough Ethiopian opal work in. This necklace has a hammered wire necklace attached to it, and then handmade chain around the back, and is a rather large statement piece. It took me several years, almost 3 years, to collect these 3 stones. I have hundreds of pieces of this type of opal, but not as beautiful and matching as these 3 were. And these are very, very large pieces, and it took me quite a while to collect the pieces I wanted for this one piece. So I curated these together, and you can see as I take it off of this, the handmade chain. I made this chain out of wire and then hammered it and soldered it. So it's a really nice statement piece. It's one of my favorite pieces. This piece I made with a lost wax technique, and this one is also an Ethiopian rough opal, and this one is a semi-black Ethiopian rough opal. You can see that the matrix, the body of the opal is darker. And I got the idea for this one by looking at fallen leaves in the fall in a stream by my house, and I wanted to create a pendant that reminded me of that scenario, and that's what this one is, fallen leaves. The one next to it has an Ethiopian opal in the bottom, and it has incredible fire, if I can get it in the light for you just right. Opals are directional, meaning they have to be in the light in a certain way for you to see their fire and their color. I'll hold it up closer so you can see it. Beautiful rough Ethiopian opal, and this is an Australian opal triplet. I made this one with lost wax casting techniques. This one here has a solid black Australian opal. It is a rough black Australian opal. This is how black opals are mined. This is what the rock looks like before we polish it up. And I really loved that and made this lost wax technique interesting necklace for it. And you can see as I move this, let me see if I can get it, the light to show you the fire in the stone. A very interesting stone. Solid black opal. This one is labradite, and this I made with lost wax casting techniques as well. And labradite has some fire in it. You can see if I move this just right in the light, you can catch the fire. This is a big statement piece. Move it closer to the camera. There, that's how you catch the fire on this stone. This is a big statement piece, and I put it on an omega chain. And when you walk in a room in different lighting situations, the fire catches. This one is a black Ethiopian opal. And you can see it's wrapped in this metal. This one I made with wax techniques. I wrapped the wax around this rock, this beautiful opal, and it has a leaf right here. You can see that little leaf in the design. I have a lot of nature-inspired jewelry. I love to go out in nature and get an idea and come back and create it in metal and stone. This one is on a long leather necklace. This could be for a man or a woman. And I can also put a different kind of silver chain on that if you prefer. It could have this type of chain instead of the leather, a Byzantine thick chain. And this beautiful piece has a number of gemstones on it. I made this one with precious metal clay techniques. That is fine silver in the form of clay. Here's my signature, Amy K. It is fine silver in the form of clay, and I form the necklace, and then I fire the metal piece in a kiln, just like you would fire pottery in a kiln, and it sinters it into solid metal. This is a beautiful Ethiopian rough opal, and this is a rough Australian black opal. That's what those look like in nature. This is a polished Ethiopian opal, so it came from a rock like this, and then it was polished up. And I've got Australian opals on this side, and tanzanite here, and amethyst here, and moonstone here. Australian opal, amethyst. This piece has a listing and a video of its own. If you look in the shop under opal necklaces, you'll see this one. A wonderful statement piece. The one next to it is another organically textured piece. This beautiful piece has a piece of amolite. This is the amolite. And it is, if I catch it in the light, you can see all its beautiful colors. Amolite is a 70 million year old shell fossil found only in Canada. And I figured my opal clients would love amolite, since we all love the iridescent nature of opal. This is a piece of black opal, and this is an Ethiopian opal. And this piece really catches the light when you walk in a room and move in different directions. It also has this hammered necklace and a handmade chain around the back. This piece over here has 3 pieces of Ethiopian rough opal in it. And these are beautiful pieces of rough opal. This one has some pink fire in it, and the others have green. Very interesting piece. And this one also has that handmade chain all the way up from the piece, all the way up around your neck. I made this piece with lost wax techniques, and this was made with wire that I hammered and made into this chain. A labor of love. This took a very long time to make. Now these are rough Ethiopian pieces that have been tumbled for a while, so they're partially polished. find that gives them a really nice look too. And that piece is not listed elsewhere in the shop yet. It is only listed here. And I'm going to give all of these numbers in a minute, so if you want to order one, you can refer to the number. Over here I have this very interesting piece that I wrapped a piece of metal sheet around. And this is a large piece of Ethiopian opal, and look at the purple fire in it. This is Ethiopian rough opal. It looks like a big crystal in here. And it's on a very long 24-inch chain. Of course, I can put any of these on any chain you desire. This is for a man or a woman, this piece. And this piece has a lot going on. Let's see if I can decipher it for you. It's a nature-inspired piece, and you can see little critters throughout it if you look closely. And this leaf that comes around and holds this ruby. This is rough ruby, rough Ethiopian opal, and rough citrine. It's an ocean-inspired piece and nature-inspired piece. There are leaves holding these opals in place. And this was reminding me of the water when the ocean comes up around your feet and then it goes out to sea. That's how I got the idea for that texture. And this is quite a big piece. And it also has this hammered metal necklace to it. Very unique piece. So that is this collection. I'm going to go through them again and give them all a number so you can refer to them if you want. This is number 1, 2, 3, the labradorite is 4, this black opal piece is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Back where we started. Let me know if you have any questions about any of these beautiful pieces. If you look down the listing, you'll see a drop-down menu with these numbers that I just mentioned. And you can see the prices of each piece by the number, and also a little more information about it if you look down in the description area of the piece. I will describe what carat the stones are and what size the piece is, etc. Thanks for watching my video of this organic style collection.